Coming up on this encore edition of OutLook TV, a film, The Nice Indian Boy.
Rainbow Band and Out Harmony Chorus.
Pride in the Park and Stony Plain, and much, much more.
Hello, 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 and welcome to our encore episode of OutLook TV. I'm Emily Ann Fraser.
And I'm Darren Monette. We'd like to thank the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nation for the honor and privilege of filming on their traditional unceded lands.
OutLook TV is the queer magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast. Kicking us off, may I ask you to look inside my crystal ball? What do you see?
Ice. Skating.
It's Cirque du Soleil on ice.
Cirque du Soleil has come to the Lower Mainland before with their amazing ice show called Crystal. And now they are concluding a several-year run of the show right here in Vancouver, just like Taylor Swift did.
I've been with the show, with Crystal, for 7 years. The special thing about this show is that it has a storyline, a concrete storyline, where you follow Crystal through a journey of self-discovery. So unlike any of the other Cirque shows, this is something that's kind of special, and it really tugs on people's heartstrings, and it's relatable for anyone at any age. So it's a really, really special show to come watch and be a part of. This show is special for us because for skaters, Crystal is the only show that has ever had ice. So it was kind of a dream come true for us to be a part of it. So we've gotten the chance to learn a bit of acrobatics, and the acrobats have actually learned to skate. We've kind of helped each other along the way, and it's been an interesting journey to kind of watch other disciplines train around you when you're only used to being around the ones that you're training with alongside. So it's been a cool experience. I think the emotions right now are pretty mixed for me. With Crystal closing, I've been with the show for 7 years. I've been performing for 15, so this is the longest production I've ever been with. But as sad as I am for it to end, I'm excited for new adventures and something else to look forward to in life. But it's been an amazing journey. I think Cirque du Soleil and Taylor Swift are both choosing Vancouver to end their shows in. It's because we're both household names. People can sing along to our music. Like Crystal, we actually have music that's current, so it's kind of exciting. People sing along, people get excited, and they have something familiar to relate to.
So that's it for Crystal. It shines no more. But we know Cirque du Soleil will be back to dazzle us many more times in the future. For OutLook TV, I'm David C. Jones.
So next up, James takes us out to Kitts Beach at the Showboat, where Out in Harmony Chorus and the Rainbow Band performed.
There's nothing gayer than that.
I'm at the Kitsilano Showboat, next to Kitts Pool, and I'm here for a musical evening with the Rainbow Concert Band, followed by the Out in Harmony Choir. Let's find out what's happening.
The Rainbow Concert Band is the only 2S LGBTQI+ rainbow band in Canada. There are some bands in the United States, but we're the only in Canada. We are an inclusive concert band. People of all ages, all skill levels can come and play with us. It's mostly about community and having fun together. Being a member of the Rainbow Concert Band is really about community. It's about getting to know people in the queer community and the allies that You wouldn't have known otherwise. People that are older, people that are younger, people from all different walks of life. We can have fun together, we can do a communal activity and make some wonderful music. We would like to have everyone of any skill level. As long as you read music, and you don't have to read music well, but if you have some skills in reading music and you have your own instrument, we would love to have you join us. So if you'd like to join our band, you can come to one of our rehearsals at Gordon Neighborhood House. We will start our rehearsals for the fall season on September 11th. That's a Thursday at 7 p.m. We'll be doing a little bit of an open house. People can come and join and see what the band's all about.
Out in Harmony is Vancouver's queer, trans, and allied choir, and we've been around for 35 years. We were founded in 1990, just after the Gay Games, and we're a community-based choir. We're a non-audition choir where everybody is able to come and bring their authentic voice and sing together in harmony. Out in Harmony welcomes members of all different musical varieties. So some people show up with absolutely no singing experience, and some people have been reading sheet music since the day they were born, effectively. And so there's all sorts of different skill levels alive within our choir. And because we're a community choir, we really take responsibility of uplifting one another and holding one another capable of singing together as a group. Being a part of Out in Harmony Choir is really important in many ways. As queer people, the ways that we sound are among the many ways that our identities are scrutinized by the normative world. And being able to join together and use our authentic voices exactly as they are is a huge opportunity for all sorts of different people to really align with the gifts that they've got. And instead of feeling like they have to sound a different way to sing with a choir, the Out in Harmony community really makes space for people to sound exactly the way they do. For the past 35 years, we've been really integrated into the cultural fabric of Vancouver's queer scene. And our friends at Rainbow Concert Band were given a slot at Kinsolano Showboat, and they invited us to come along with them because we're kind of their sibling organization, and anytime we have a chance to perform with them, we take it. If somebody's interested in joining Out in Harmony, they should check out our website, outinharmony.org. But really, there's very little barrier. The only ask that we look for our members to make is find that bravery in their heart to show up in the first session. But after that, the community takes hold of them. The sense of belonging grows really quickly, and we do our best to onboard everybody so that we're singing at the best of our game by the time the concert rolls around.
It's a wonderful community. We enjoy having everyone together, and I would recommend it to anyone.
It is such a joy to be singing out here tonight, and I hope they hear us all across BC with our big queer songs.
From Kitsilano Showboat, this is James Goodman for OutLook TV.
Well, it's time for us to take a little break.
Snack break.
Snack break, showboats. You're a bit of a showboat yourself, hey?
A little bit. Thanks for coming back. You're watching OutLook TV.
Our next story takes us over to Montreal. It's the Marche arc-en-ciel.
Right, it's all about the LGBTQ artisan market.
During Montreal Pride, I had the chance of going to Le Marche arc-en-ciel and to Community Days. Today, I'm showing some of my highlights.
Happy Pride, Montreal! Woo!
I like to do most of the time men related to the gay community, LGBT, and also scenes like day to day, from funny things to regular things that inspire me. I like a lot to draw plants. I think it match with my colors. Following my background from Mexico, it's the colors and the festive poses that I like it. That's why I paint some colorful illustrations.
Happy Pride! So this is Justine Haynes. Basically, everything I do has one mission, is to bring women and girls happy periods. And everything I do has period protection integrated. So it replaces tampons, it replaces pads, and it replaces underwear. And so I'm just on a mission for girls and women to be happy during their periods, size inclusive, and also just feel great and feel awesome in something so cute that, you want to wear it all month long, but you should feel good on your period. They shouldn't suck. Yes, so I'm a kid of the 80s, so everything I do is very vintage and 80s. As you can see, it's colorful. And I just really love art. I love color. Right now, if you want period products, you can Google it and you can find black products or things that are like kind of like old-fashioned or too kiddish. So things like this really don't exist, and I wanted to invent it, like Archie comics on your period shorts.
Happy Pride!
My name is Jack. My artist name is Starwalker, and I do illustration. It started as science illustration. I used to do science illustration to talk about, like, during the pandemic, about the mistrust in science, and then it turned out into a whole bunch of subjects, such as like Montreal queerness, and so I draw about like Montreal things, buildings, steeples, and nature and science stuff and queerness, so it's all part of my identity.
Happy Pride!
Working a lot on the originals. I've been diversifying my work, so I'm not only working digital, but also like doing acrylic and oil paint and a lot of watercolor. I'm so glad to have this kind of opportunity to be in the street and to show my kind of art, like the sweet tenderness between queer persons. It's not something that I would have shown in my hometown, which is in Marseille.
Community Days has become a staple on the Montreal scene during Pride, and it's going to be back next year. So make sure you check out Fierte Montreal for more information. For OutLook TV, this is Ollie in Montreal.
So next up, Gary talks to the people that made the film A Nice Indian Boy, a very cool movie.
The movie, A Nice Indian Boy, is now in theaters, and I spoke via Zoom to the director, Roshan, and the lead actor, Karen, to find out what the movie is all about.
Like when I bring home a nice Indian boy.
A Nice Indian Boy is about a young man named Naveen who is out to his parents, but hasn't brought a partner home. He falls in love with a character played by Jonathan Groff and brings him home to his sort of crazy Indian family, and various hijinks ensue. It's a story about love, but also about family.
I've got an extra ticket to a film screening if you want to join me.
I'll check my calendar, but yes, I think...
The movie is not a coming out story, so my character's already out at the beginning of the movie, but it's really about the next phase of coming out, which is meeting someone, finding a partner, and then bringing them home to your family and having your family sort of celebrate that love. And in this case, that is by the parents coming to the wedding and celebrating at the big wedding. So the movie's really about the character's journey, who starts out very shy and sort of comes out of his shell by the end of it.
My parents are super liberal, just don't bring up drinking or sex, and no displays of physical affection.
I dream it because I'm gay in my real life, and many of the scenes and stuff in the movie came from my own life and Roshan, the director's life, so it felt very personal in many ways.
We think it's wonderful that you're white.
Part of the film I find is universal to so many people because the movie is about truly an interracial relationship and the differences between generations, the children and their views and the parents and their views. And I find that's common for every single person I've met, where they disagree with their parents on something and the parents think the kids are not old-fashioned enough or whatever it is, or the parents aren't approving of their child's partner or who they've decided to spend their time with.
I'm adopted. I was raised by Indian parents. Theirs was the first home where I felt like I belonged.
The existence of this movie is political because obviously the present climate, at least in America, is very anti-gay and very anti-immigrant. This movie happens to feature both of those populations. So its existence is therefore political, simply because of the surrounding context, not because of anything about the way in which the movie was made. I think it's really important for us to consider the inner lives of people whose society is in the process of trying to dismiss.
Kind of have that thing where you look at him and you hear music. I never said anything to you about music. Are you telling me I'm wrong?
What they take away from it, I think, is just that they feel warmth and hope and love, because that's what the movie was made with. And I love when movies and TV shows make me feel better about the world and make me want to be kinder to other people. In 2025, I'm all for kindness and gentleness, and I feel like the movie has that in spades.
How do you expect us to react? Go off to live your own life. We don't know anything about you or your relationships, nothing.
And what's wonderful about this movie is it shows a version of life that can be hopeful and full of love and acceptance. And for people that are are coming out or going through different things with their families, if this is a movie you can all sit and watch together and maybe have a conversation and feel a little bit better and less scared.
You ready?
From Vancouver, this is Gary Wolfeder for OutLook TV.
Well, it's time to take a little break, a little refreshment break. Come back.
Refreshment like ham dinner.
Refreshment like little Indian boy. Look at that, Darren. They came back.
Right. Good they did, because we were talking with Patrick, and he's in Stony playing for Pride in the Park.
Ooh.
Hey there, it's Patrick Massey from OutLook TV, and we are in Stony Plain, Alberta. We're here for Pride in the Park 2025. Let's go check out the festivities.
Well, it's actually my partner that is the other organizer. And when I heard about this event and he approached me about it, I was all in right from the start. I feel that Pride parades and Pride events need to continue year after year, if not all year. It's a great way to bring the community together. We're a fun bunch. We love to, party and talk and be part of the community as well as help everyone we can.
I think it's important for me to be involved with Pride because I've been queer my whole life and I've been afraid of being who I am for a really long time. And when I found my community, my queer community, I was finally able to be exactly who I wanted to be. And then my world opened up. And so it's really important to me. And I've actually dedicated my career to raising the voices of people who have been marginalized and who haven't had their voices heard. I own a sound company and I do video, and my entire goal, my mission is to raise the voices of queer people and marginalized people. And if I can be involved in any event that makes that happen, then I'm going to be there as much as I can.
We're here representing Beyond the Trees. We have summer camps that are specific to LGBTQ youth. And we just wanted to get the word out. We think it's very important to show that there's representation out there for these outdoor activities.
And we'd stay up and talk, and we'd laugh and we'd walk, and the edge of our kingdom was at the end of the block.
Zebra Child and Youth Advocacy Center. So we are based out of Edmonton, but actually Stony Plain and Spruce Grove are all part of our catchment area as well. So kiddos from Spruce Grove, Stony Plain, this whole area would come to the Zebra Center if they have been through abuse or trauma and they have to work with Children and Family Services, or they have to work with like RCP, EPS, anything like that. They can come to our center and we will do interviews on site in like a kid-friendly space. Also, we have tons of resources and stuff that we provide for free to kids and their families, and we work with them the whole time. So we're here just for education and prevention, and we have lots of preventative resources too.
We'll continue to do it year after year, no matter what happens. Rain or shine, we'll be here, and I feel that the more the community gets behind it, the more it kind of grows everyone together too as a community. When you've got all those aspects and knowing that everyone's accepted, it makes for a more harmonious world overall.
Wow, what a fantastic time. What a fantastic community they've got here. This is Patrick Massey from Pride in the Park in Stony Plain, Alberta for OutLook TV.
This next story, contrary to popular belief, has nothing to do with stars or walkers.
No, we did cover the stage musical, and now we're going to get into the film. This is Starwalker.
Back in February 2023, we went for a night at the theater to see Corey Payette's musical play Starwalker. Now, 2 years later, he's turned the story of Starwalker into a feature film. Let's catch up with him and see what it's about.
I sometimes wonder if I'd stumble upon my family again. Maybe they're stumbling toward me, and we'll just crash into each other one day, like fate.
Starwalker is about an indigenous queer two-spirit drag queen who discovers the beauty of drag and then uses that as a tool to express their own queerness, but also their political view and some deeper things that are at their core. It started as a feature musical that was at the Cultch at the York Theatre in 2023, but originally I had been developing it as a TV series. After many years of development with Warner Media, we decided to adapt it into a feature film. And so now the feature film of Starwalker is being released.
Welcome to the House of Borealis!
Is there room for a Anishinaabe princess? You'll have to meet Mama. Bring me the child.
Because it was a stage show, we were able to keep all of those on-stage moments intact. So if people have seen the stage production, they will recognize those dance numbers and those, everything that you see on stage is then present in the film. But what was special and unique was basically being able to go out into East Van and tell the story that was being depicted on stage, but being in the actual park that these two characters were in, or being in the alleys and streets and neighborhoods that people will be so familiar if they're familiar with East Van.
Levi, honey, make him a pretty girl. These people pay good money for the Borealis experience. Do we understand each other? Yes, ma'am.
So Urban Inc. is an indigenous and culturally diverse performance company. We basically create projects from the seed of an idea all the way through to, a full production. We tour them, and then we produce festivals and films and all sorts of really wonderful stories to get them out into the world, really looking at trying to give voice to stories that are perhaps unheard. That has culminated in, Starwalker feature film getting premiered at Inside Out in Toronto and having such a huge spotlight on this kind of story that really originated in a community like, in East Van, small scale indie grassroots production that is getting a spotlight on a big international stage.
From Vancouver, British Columbia, I'm Elliot Walker for OutLook TV.
Well, that's all the time we have left for this encore episode of OutLook TV, but it's 2026 and we will be back.
Exactly. So until then, check us out on all of our socials, and if you want to volunteer, that would be great.
Thank you so much for joining. I'm Emily Ann Fraser.
And I'm Darren Manette.
Stay cool, Canada.